Hey, 200. Cheers to that.
Yeah, heck yeah, man. We
Hey, I tell you,
properly celebrate that.
That's a lot of
That's
a lot of pods.
yeah. Last one I listened to was 204.
Who was that?
That was Jubal.
You might be 205 then.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we've done anyone since Jubal. I'm kind of, I get lost in where we're at because we're about a week off. Usually whenever we film them, they're another week before they get produced and sent out.
Yeah.
It's just we're humans, right? It's just,
fair enough.
You only get so much done.
Well, if we had a staff of about 5, we could really kill this thing.
Man, I don't know how these big podcasters that are just doing thousands honestly, if you look at it, I mean, I forget what the number is, how many podcasts there are.
Oh my God.
It's in the millions.
got one.
It's in the millions. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody got
And the ones that are that only make it 5 episodes are half that number.
Oh, I'd say higher than half.
Yeah,
I bet it's higher than 50%.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I mean, I would say like most of the big ones, I don't know if they started organically like this or if they made a very large investment on the front end. I
mean, I think that goes to, speaking from no experience, but like when you started,
right.
People who started earlier, they can start like before everything blew up on the internet.
Oh yeah.
That started organically and then they blew up, and then people who are chasing that, they just spend a bunch of money and try and chase it.
Yeah. Well, one thing we've done, we've kept it pretty well under control. We're not really trying to chase anything.
Right.
There was a time whenever
we gave it a rip.
we started this, right? Honestly, we started it the first Saturday of COVID. Nice. It was the freakiest thing, wasn't it?
Oh man, yeah.
Nobody knew what to do, nothing.
Everybody was shut down.
And our first guest was the county health director, along with the sheriff.
And then the next time we had the mayor and the
the very next Saturday, we had the mayor and the superintendent of the city schools.
And we were going live.
Yeah.
The sound was horrible. When you
we didn't even have sound. We had, I used my speakers.
Yeah, on the phone.
Whatever will get you there. Right?
And
it was just being recorded by a phone.
No, my laptop.
Facebook Live.
I was on my laptop.
Yep.
Because I can remember it dying and stuff. Just didn't know. Then we did one on the patio with Peters.
Yeah.
Peter's one of our
Went
first
outside,
ones.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is whenever you're podcasting and you're making them sit over there.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Oh yeah,
we had 4 chairs in between us.
Distancing thing. Yeah.
Runyon came up.
Masks on and.
Well, we didn't do masks. We separated because we thought masks. We can't. Yeah, we can't do masks. Yeah.
I'll say this. I mean, we weren't out, dabbing it up, hugging.
No, we weren't cowboying up there, dude.
No,
we were following the rules.
Everybody's pretty well.
Hey, man, if you guys remember back at that time, now I think people have kind of looked back like, gee whiz, man, we were crazy. But at that time, dude, I mean, for myself, I was scared.
Yeah. Were you? Hey, anyway, what introduce yourself.
My name's Colton. Colton Askew.
Welcome, Colton.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, sorry, we kind of buried the lead there.
We sabotaged you. So we're going to get into this, but you are going at the world champion of. You're going to compete, right?
Yeah.
In the World Championships of axe throwing.
Yeah, the World Axe and Knife Throwing Championships in April. It's going to be in Tulsa, Oklahoma this year.
Okay, perfect.
Do you throw both?
Yes, I actually compete in 5 disciplines with the World Axe and Knife Throwing. It's World Axe Throwing and World Knife Throwing. Technically, they are 2 separate entities, but they are relatively the same.
Okay.
But so the disciplines are hatchet, which if you go to a venue and you throw, you're throwing hatchet. You're throwing hatchet.
Yeah.
For the most part, unless a lot of venues will let you add on stuff. A lot of venues will let you add on knives. And then big axe is a discipline, so it's just longer handle, bigger head. It's going to be heavier. So there's through the governing body, there are regulations about the size, the length, the weight of the handle, the bit, the axe head, all of it. There's regulations on what you can and can't throw, and then what discipline it falls under. Right.
There's classes.
Yeah, there's classes essentially. So There's hatchet, big axe, knives, and then there are my favorite discipline. Well, my favorite discipline is called hatchet duels, where you throw with a partner at the same time at the same target. And that is my favorite thing to throw. My partner, he lives in Atlanta, Georgia. His name's Grant Cram, but we qualified for that. And then knife duels is also a thing that they added last year, which is the same thing with knives. It's a little bit more wacky and it gets way out of control. It's kind of goofy and fun, but like,
okay. So for people, and throw me in this category.
We had a hard stop there, and we kind of need to, we need to back up here.
Yeah. Let's rewind it here and let's talk to the guy like us. I've been to a venue and I've thrown axes, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where I met you.
Yeah.
But like, for somebody that doesn't know much about this sport, like, can you give us a brief rundown? Like, what I would say is like, man, it's kind of like the evolution, or it's like a version of darts. Yeah, almost, or cornhole, or like, how would you describe it?
I would describe it as like slightly cooler cornhole, right? To me, that's
when did it start? When did Axe start? Because I feel like it's probably a long play here.
I mean, like, generally speaking, as far as axe throwing for competition, you could trace that back all the way to like
1800s,
Norse mythology culture, Norse culture. They'll get together
Vikings,
and drink, drink and throw stuff. Generally, so World Axe Throwing League, there's also another governing body called IATF, or International Axe Throwing Federation. They both started in Canada in, I want to say, like 2018. Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
I think might be before that. I'm not 100%
well,
sure.
Is it fair to say, though, that right now we're kind of going through a boom? The sport's very popular now. Or it's come to the thing where, like, people are taking their families on the weekends, or they're doing this, they're going to these venues. Those didn't pop up that long ago, at least around here.
So, like, right before COVID, it was really, that was when we were seeing, like, the axe throwing boom. Like, it was really popular. Lots of people were doing it. I would say it's now either, and, like, I worked for a venue in Atlanta, Georgia from 2021 to 2023 or four. It would have been 2024. So from 2021 to 2024, I worked for a venue. And I would say, based on that experience, we have either seen we're starting to either see the decline, or we're starting to see like a plateau of like, everybody at this point, people who've done it, it's kind of becoming bowling, where like people go and do it on like date nights and stuff. And like, there's actually a pretty big issue with like venues struggling. So like, if you have a local venue, go throw. Go support local venues. But like, that's also just the nature of our economy right now, where like entertainment is just in general is taking a hit, right? We just see that across the board, but that's just because of life.
Yeah, I mean, man, you think of these kids, and I mean, would you rather them as a parent go throw a real axe? Now, I know what I'd say. I'd say, yeah, probably. Yeah. Okay, or would you rather them do it on VR?
Yeah, I mean, the real thing is more fun.
Yeah, but they can do it like you're competing against that,
Yeah, I mean, there's that. I've not seen any VR games where you can throw axes, but like, I mean, there's that, but like, it's just
they're there.
They're there.
I'm sure
that's crazy.
I mean, they're everything.
It's AI. Yeah. Everything's AI now.
Have you seen the new golf?
Oh yeah,
people.
Dude, the simulator golf.
The simulators are crazy.
Yeah.
So like, I know some venues that have started putting in, like, they've taken lanes out and started putting in like simulator stuff.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because like, at the end of the day, like, an axe throwing venue is just entertainment, right? So a lot of savvy owners are moving away from, just having and like commercializing their axe throwing, and they're moving towards like just more like generalized entertainment spaces. Just kind of like, like we saw the shift with bowling, right? Like you went from just being a bowling alley to now like the bowling alley and the arcade, right?
Yeah, pool hall.
Yeah, the pool hall.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, I just think too, though, another thing I've seen with the axe throwing, I feel like I have like these mobile acts through, and like they'll pull a trailer that then you can set it up at a festival or a venue. You know, that seems to be a popular.
That is super popular. So when I worked for the venue that I worked for in Atlanta, I was initially hired on solely just to do trailer events. That was what I did.
Probably huge in the corporate space and stuff like that.
They taught me how to drive the trailer, and then like that was what I did. I drove the trailer. I did events there. Then like those events, super fun. They make a lot of money. That's where that would say like that. Like just doing the trailer events got us through like COVID. Like that was like the driving force.
Okay. That was the next generation of at least how to generate income.
Yeah. And like, it was actually really fun working for, I worked for a venue called American Axis in Atlanta. American Axis, we had, at the time we had 3 venues. We still have 3 venues, but the third venue is different. So if you ever go to Atlanta, we have a venue in Marietta. We have a venue in West Midtown Atlanta, and then we have one in downtown Atlanta in a brewery called Skull. All 3 venues are awesome. You should definitely go and throw. You're supporting a local business owner. Like I know the owner personally. He's a really awesome dude.
Yeah.
And then my duals partner actually took over my management position while I left. So super great company. Love the people there. But we got into doing trailer events for NASCAR.
Oh, okay.
Because of the owner. So if you go to like Bristol or Bristol Motor Speedway, or you go to Atlanta Motor Speedway, I think, don't quote me on this, I think they added on Daytona. I'm not sure. But like we'll be there in the fan zones and we'll have our trailers set up and we'll be throwing. And those were super fun events to go to.
Yeah.
Super cool.
You'll still do that now?
Yeah. So sometimes I'll get asked back on like a weekend to go like hang out with them in Bristol. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
So describe the evolution. It starts like, this started as like a part-time job for you.
Yeah, it started.
And I mean, you probably, and so like talk about the evolution to becoming a competitor.
Yeah. So the evolution was like, it started as a part-time thing that I was doing for the owner, Dan. He needed somebody to help him with the trailer events. And like, it was one of those things that like, anytime I got a call, I was like, yeah, I'll be there. But I also needed money. So so like, yeah, I'll be there.
You're how old at the time?
I'm early 20s. I would have been, I'm 26 now. I'm 29. I'll be 30 this year.
Yeah.
So I was like around like 24, 25.
Okay. Yeah. You're at a spot where you can do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Where I'm just, I'm single, living in a big city with roommates. Like when they call me, I went, you know,
it's a cool job.
Yeah. It was a cool job. It was a cool
great
job.
time of life right now.
I got to just go and do crazy stuff. It was super fun. But a couple months working there, I had originally moved to Atlanta to pursue acting and theater,
which we got to get to.
Yeah. So I was still doing some slight auditioning for stuff, but like really I was just working all the time. But I got, the owner really liked me. He offered me a full-time gig with salary and benefits, and at the age of 24, 25, and I was like, do I continue a part-time job and continue to audition for stuff, or do I just take a full-time gig and make big boy money? And so I was like, yeah, I'll do that. I really like it. I was like, I really like it. This is really fun. Like, the hours are weird, but I'm young enough that it doesn't really affect me.
Salary, benefits, all
the nine. Like, why not? Yeah, I'll do that. So I committed to him. He kind of committed to me. And at the time, there was another guy that worked there that was the manager. And he kind of ran everything. And the 3 of us were kind of like 3 amigos for like a good year or 2. But around that time, I started really getting into the throwing and like trying to figure out how to get good and accurate. And I was really focused on trying to win our leagues. At that point, we weren't really affiliated with the governing body.
Yeah.
So we just had what I call beer league. Yeah. Which is just, you show up and it's just, you compete against the people that are there, and that's really all that matters. And
very similar to darts.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Or
yeah.
Cornhole.
Kind of. I mean, kind of. But like, even if you go to a cornhole league, like if it's affiliated with the ACL, those points matter, right?
Sure.
So
yeah.
So like, this is just a Wednesday night fun night.
Yeah, this is just like a Wednesday night. We all get together and we throw axes, and the only thing that matters is your score against those like 10 people.
Yeah, it's a local bowling league type thing.
Yeah. So a girl from California, you can find her on Instagram. She's actually pretty popular. She's called Atta Girl Axis. Her name's Ashley Change. She showed up in Atlanta. She was actually there working on a movie. She showed up at our venue. I got to hang out with her. I knew who she was from social media. And I was like, oh my God, Atta Girl Axis is here.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, I'm going to throw for you. Can you like tell me what I'm doing wrong, what I need to fix, blah, 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 blah. And she's just like, you need to go start throwing and getting stats. There's this Waddle Marathon League that's going on, and you're going to go. I'm going, you're going to go with me. And I was like, okay, sure. So I go to this other venue that weekend. It's a venue called Big Zach's Throwing. It's not around anymore, very sadly, but it was owned by a good friend of mine, Roger Melendrez, who is a former Marine. He just re-upped. He's actually getting deployed. So if you guys are prayers, if you just pray for him. But he owned and operated that venue. I threw a marathon with him. He was like, hey, you're really good. We're going to this tournament at the end of this year. You're going to sign up and go. And I was like,
what's a marathon?
So a marathon league is a league is 28 games. It's 7 weeks long or 8 weeks long. It's 28 games through 7 weeks, 4 games every night. And then you throw a tournament against the people in the league on week 8. And your 7 weeks of throwing seed you for this week 8 tournament. So a marathon league is all of that in one day. So you show up in the morning, you throw all day long, and then you do a tournament at the end, and then you go home.
Okay.
But
that's a long day.
Yeah, it's a long day. It's a long day. They're super fun. I love them. It's my favorite way to throw. I like regular leagues just to throw every week, but my favorite way to throw and compete is a marathon league.
There's a bunch in a day.
Just do it all in one day. Because if you get hot, you stay hot. You know?
Yeah.
Like, and if the downside is if you're cold, you just stay cold.
Now, is there money on the line?
No. So for marathon leagues, there's not really money on the line. It's more of placements. So
points.
It's points for tournaments. So
you're building a resume.
You're building a resume essentially,
which is truthfully, I mean, not too many people are playing for or doing anything for money.
No.
I mean, maybe your golf league's got some side bets and stuff like that, but like to go to compete at a tournament where the winnings is, let's say, 5,000.
Right.
That's not happening in a lot of stuff. Like you don't have that in travel ball. You don't have that. You have it in horse shows, but you got to be at a certain level to go.
Right.
So fishing, same way.
Yeah. So for leagues within the World Axe Throwing League, typically they place you on a world leaderboard every season, depending on points that they call circuit points, and then like where you place on that world leaderboard with some extenuating circumstances of stats. It places you to earn invites for Worlds that year or that qualifying year. So like this qualifying year is 2026. That would I will hopefully qualify for Worlds in 2027.
Yeah.
So this upcoming Worlds in April, the qualifying year was 2025. Yeah.
So now, did you experience early success in this? Like when you first went to that marathon tournament and things like that? Or?
So I ended up winning the week 8 tournament at that marathon, which is wild. So through the 8 weeks or through the first 7 weeks, you seed. So, based on your overall scores and stuff, wins and losses. I don't remember where I seeded it. I did not seed top, but I ended up winning the week 8 tournament. So I was riding high. I didn't realize at the time that doesn't necessarily matter. But
how many guys were you throwing against, or girls?
I want to say there was like maybe 10 people.
Okay,
maybe it wasn't very big, but it was fun. And they introduced me to the throwing for points and not necessarily throwing for.
That's when it changed for you, right?
That's when it kind of changed for me right then. And then they invited me to a tournament that year called the Super 64, which was happening in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And Roger was like, hey, here's this link I'm going to send you on Facebook. You need to go and essentially apply. And he was like, there's you gotta submit qualifying throws. You're gonna have to video yourself. This is how it's done. Blah 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 blah. So I go home and I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna do that. So I video myself. I throw these qualifying throws. And I submit it to this guy named Lucas Johnson, who I didn't know at the time is like several-time world champion. Had no idea who this guy was. He's a big name in axe throwing. Not that you guys know.
Yeah.
But like. So I submitted to him because it was his venue that we were all throwing at. And he's like, hey, you did good enough. Here's the entry fees. And I was like, okay. So I go with Roger and the Biggs crew, and I go to this tournament. I go 0-2. I'd like lose out because it's double elimination brackets. So so I go 0-2 that weekend in everything.
You drive 8 hours.
Yeah. I like got just destroyed.
Was it an eye opener, man?
It was
seeing the level of competition.
It was a super big eye opener. I mean, like I didn't walk in with any real expectations or anything.
Yeah.
But it was crazy because so I walk in and like at that point I walk into the venue. Roger's standing there, and Roger looks at me and he goes, "Just so you know," because I'd thrown one marathon. This is my first tournament. So Roger goes, "Just so you know, everybody in this room is going to Worlds." And I went, what? And he goes, yeah, everybody in this room is going to Worlds. This is the top 64 throwers in the nation currently. They're all going to Worlds. This is their warm-up. Good luck. And I went, oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So did that put a little fire in your belly?
Yeah.
Was it a learning experience?
It was a huge learning experience. So that was the first and only tournament I've ever gone 0-2 at.
Okay.
After that, I told myself I will never go 0-2 at a tournament again. So
how do they? What do you like? Describe to me the throw, and I'm not so much the mechanics, but like, how do you score in this game?
So how you score? So at the
like
rules,
darts.
It's kind of like darts. The rules
there's different games too, correct?
So when you go to a venue and you throw, there's different games.
Yeah.
When you go to a tournament, there is one game. It is the most points you can make within 10 throws. So there are, I'm sure you guys have gone to venues, but like the rules have changed somewhat since 22 when this happened. But at the time, there was a bullseye. It was like yay big, you know. It was 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, scoring outwards from the bullseye ring. There's little blue dots in the corners called kill shots. And those are worth 8 points. At those, when you call it, it's all 8. It's 8 or nothing, basically.
Because if you miss,
it's nothing. It doesn't matter where your axe lands.
You have to call that.
And you have to call that. So when I went, a perfect game is 64. It's all 8 of your bullseyes, both your kill shots. So when I went, I'd never thrown one.
Can't you just throw kill shots every time?
No, you only get 2 every game.
Okay.
You only get 2 every game, and then at that time, it was if you got a drop, you got an extra. So if you had a drop, you get a third kill shot.
A drop meaning you didn't stick it.
Yeah, a drop meaning you didn't stick it, which never happens. At that level, it never happens.
Yeah.
So, so I lost every game by like, if you count the first 8 throws, by like a point or 2, and then I missed 1 or both of my kill shots, which at that level of throwing, You can't do that. At that level of throwing at that point in time, the game was basically won or lost by 1 or 2 points. Like we're talking like the perfect game being 64, right? And we're talking like 63 to 62, 64 to 63. Like you're losing games like by 1 point, and everybody is.
It's like every throw by everybody is right where it's going to be.
Yeah. There's just no missing anything. Like I watched.
I bet that's intense.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. So there's a guy up in Medina. His name's Tyler Flynn. He's a duels world champion, super cool guy. He does this thing called spicy dice, where he takes 3 D10s and he'll roll them. And at this point in time, you roll all 3 D10s with the person you're playing against, and that tells you which 3 you're going to go for which 3 numbers you're going to go for kill shots on, and then you and your competitor decide which throw you're going to drop on purpose, so that you get your 3rd kill shot, and then you play the game. And like, let's say you roll like 2, 3, and 8, and you decide you're going to drop on 5. So you'll go throw 1 at the bullseye, throw 2 at the kill shot, throw 3 at the kill shot. Then you'll go through the rest of the game. You'll drop on throw 5, and then you'll go through the rest of the game, and then you'll throw another one on throw 8. And I watched somebody throw a perfect game doing that at that tournament.
Wow.
So that really lit a fire under me.
Sounds like a lot of math.
Yeah. So really, like when you're throwing, there's really no math involved. It's somebody's judging. They got an iPad. They're just plugging in numbers.
I'm trying to think of this drop.
Well, they're doing that on purpose.
Yeah, they're just
Like
doing
it's
the
a
third
team.
kill shot.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So like people were just really good, and like I'm just there.
How long does it take to get that accurate? I mean, how much practice?
It really.
I mean, I'm
really,
sure
it
there's
just
some
depends.
natural skill involved, but I mean, I can't imagine the repetitions.
I mean,
just
really
dot that thing.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. Like honestly, at the time, again, I was a young guy living with roommates. I can't tell you how often I spent at the venue. I mean, like I wasn't working, I was there. I was there throwing. I lived there, and like I'd drink a little beer, have fun. Like I'd go and just like be there, like just throw. Like, hey, you're working right now. Hey, you want to throw some games? Like, just go. And I got to a point after that tournament where I didn't leave the venue until I'd thrown a perfect game that day. And like that was
Just putting in the work.
that was what I did.
Ate up with it.
Ate up with it, and then
like you see these guys with golf and any other hobby.
yeah,
Well, I mean, you've seen like the I mean, I hate to keep comparing it, but like darts, cornhole.
Yeah.
You've seen, I mean, those guys never miss, man.
Never. Yeah.
I mean, like the margin for error,
Yeah.
if you're wanting to win the tournament,
Yeah.
it's like you've got to almost throw a perfect game every time.
yeah,
Yeah. They just don't slap a few up on the board. and count it like they're in the hole.
Right, right.
and even in cornhole though, like you'll see them like they don't even put it in the hole every time. They'll throw it so that they block you from putting it in the hole.
Yeah.
Like,
And then push them all in at the end.
Push them all in at the end. Like how much time did they spend doing that? And
Yeah.
and I think the crazy thing to me is like people, especially like just people who show up and like you're their coach or whatever, and like they don't know or give a crap about like how good you are, right? Like whenever you're coaching somebody, they don't care. But like they'll ask you like what the secret is, and you'll look at them and be like practice. Like, I'll look at them and be like, hours of practice. Yeah, like
That's what it is. We're dads, right? Are you got any kids?
no.
Chad and I are dads, and we're all the time, talking about these kids and stuff. And at the end of the day, I don't care what you do with them or what. If they aren't willing to just put in the work, very few of them is that, and it's that way in anything you do.
Yeah,
Anything I don't care what you're doing, building a house. If you ain't willing to put in the work, I mean, it ain't going to work.
Well, you're not going to do it at an elite level, man.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, honestly, to me,
Reps.
What's wild to me is like the amount of adults nowadays that just don't get that concept. Like because like you like working in customer service will teach you that real quick.
Oh,
like,
Yeah.
like you. They don't know how to listen and they don't know how to put in the work. Like, all right, cool. All right. This is how it's going to be for the hour that you're here. Yeah. Like, and I'll know within the first 5 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
So you're going for the world championships, right? That's what this is going to be deemed as. So let's I didn't know this about you until about an hour ago, but so you came here from not an expo, or would you say it was an expo?
Yeah, so it was the Southeastern Theater Conference was how I ended up. Yeah, how I ended up.
And that was your college experience. You
this
were a
was-
theater major / communications.
Yeah, I went to Louisiana. I attended Louisiana Tech University, which the degree there is a BA in communications. If you emphasize in theater, I went there to study under a guy named Mark Gwynn. Who's a fight master with the Society of American Fight Directors. So my main study was, or the thing that I really wanted to do was stage combat, little bit of stunt. I did a little bit of
Fight scenes in
stuff.
movies.
Like fight scenes in movies and theater.
Yeah.
Was really what I wanted to do.
So you get out of college. This is before the axe throwing. You're 21, 22, right?
Yeah.
And you're thinking, okay, I want to go be in movies and theater as a a stunt double on the combat scene.
Yeah. So this was the year before I graduated. I went to this conference, and that year I think it was in South Carolina, I think. But there's a bunch of different outdoor dramas that show up, and then you audition for all of them.
At once or one by one?
At once. So they put you up on a stage. You go in as like a group block, basically. They give you these numbers, and you go in as like group 3 or whatever, and there's like 5 of you. You go in, you go up on stage, you do like a monologue and a song, and then after you do that, you go to like a different room, and they teach you some choreography, and you do a fight scene. And like that's as like a big group.
Did you sign up to do the fight scene? Like I'm sure you had to list that, and they categorized you.
Yeah,
yeah.
And
you could have sang probably if you wanted to.
Yeah. So I did a monologue, I sang a song, and then I did a fight scene.
Oh, you sang a song too? Yeah.
Yeah. So I did it all. And
when do they do like when they make you cry?
So I wasn't asked to be made to
That's
cry.
there though.
Not necessarily.
Well, they are like if that's what they're looking for. Like
sometimes, sometimes if that's what they're looking for. So like you do those 3 generalized auditions, and then they'll ask. So like if one of the production companies that's there is interested in you
for something,
for something, whatever it is that they're interested in you for, they'll basically release like a call sheet, and they'll post this call sheet, and it'll say like this production company in this room is calling you back. And so you'll sign up for like a time slot that they're doing a callback.
Yep.
And so you'll schedule your own callbacks down the list for whichever companies you get called back for. And then you'll just go to those rooms, and they might ask you for like another monologue or another audition or just to do something else. Or in some of them, they'll just sit everybody down at the table, and they'll say, this is what our production's about. We have your audition taped. Like, we're going to go back over it. We might reach out to you and ask you to email us something else, or what, we'll be in touch basically. If we decide we'll hire you, we'll be in touch. And then they'll give you the information on like their start dates, what their season is, blah 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 blah. And then you go home and hope you get called with an offer. So you get an offer of a contract that you'll be doing X show for X amount of money for whatever. And that year I happened to get offered by Tecumseh, so I picked up Tecumseh, and then I ended up in Chillicothe, Ohio, doing Tecumseh.
So Tecumseh. Let's talk. You care to talk about that a little bit?
No, that's fine.
What an amazing story.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So kind of guide us down. What that's brought to you. I mean, you have now learned about an entire history of Ohio and the Shawnee Valley, or whatever it is, whatever they call that.
And had probably never been to Ohio before. Did you know where Chillicothe, Ohio was?
So I did not. I actually, so my mom has family in Worcester.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Through my grandma. My grandma's sister and her family live in Worcester.
Okay.
So I've been to Ohio
right.
at points in my life that I don't remember.
Sure.
That's because I was so young. But I'd never been to like Southern Ohio, or like around. So
there is a difference.
Yeah, there. So
Northern West Virginia.
Yeah.
Well, I remember taking vacations with my family, which like I'm from Texas, and when I was growing
Tyler,
up,
Texas, to be exact, right?
Well, Gladewater, but Tyler's the biggest city, the next biggest city. Yep. So I'm from Gladewater, but when I was growing up, and my theater teachers beat this out of me. I had a pretty big accent where I taught like I was from East Texas. Yeah. So like when I would go on vacations with family from Ohio, they would get on me about like how I said things. So like a $10 bill is 10. It's pronounced $10.
Yeah.
And I was
like, from Worcester.
I was like, it's $10. It's $10. I understand that you think I might be talking about a tin roof, but it's $10. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
You guys, y'all. Why?
Well, but then you got down Southern Ohio down here. I mean, we got our own way of talking too down here, so you probably felt much more at home there.
Yeah, it's not as bad.
So you leave, you go to this showcase in the Carolinas, right? Mm-hmm. And Tecumseh's there.
Yeah.
And they bring you up here. So you come from Atlanta. You at this time, you're
at this time I'm in Louisiana.
College.
Okay.
College. That's right.
College.
Yeah, we haven't got to Atlanta yet. Right.
Yeah.
So You came up here with did you go straight to like the compound up there?
Yeah. So when I drove up here, I left Louisiana at like 8 a.m. with a friend of mine who was also working the summer up at Tecumseh.
Okay.
And we caravanned. And we drove straight through all the way up to Sugarloaf Mountain. We got there at like, I don't know, like 8 or 9 that night. And then we like unpacked and went to bed. Like we got our cabin assignment. We went to bed, which like, if you don't know, the cast stays on the mountain. Like you stay on the mountain. Like if you've ever been and saw Tecumseh, the stage, you sit.
Tell them what Tecumseh is.
Yeah. So Tecumseh is an outdoor drama about the life of Tecumseh. Who's a Native American Shawnee. I played a white guy, obviously. Yeah.
Did you get a shot?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Yeah. So part of the cool thing about where I went to school was the guy that I did all my stage combat through. He did work at Tecumseh whenever he was like coming up. So the director and some of those people, they knew who I was. They put me on some of the downstage fight scenes. So
I mean, is that what got you in there? Was him, or was that? I mean, or has Tecumseh just has that much reach?
Tecumseh has that much reach that like I don't think people know about. Like I mean,
that's really cool. Man.
Yeah,
I mean, for the most part, it's like outdoor dramas in general are just like college students looking for a summer gig. But like,
and I mean, you're talking about people coming from all over the United States.
Yeah, from all over the United States. Yeah,
actually, all over the world.
Yeah,
right?
depending.
I mean, there's a few people there that may not be an American, right?
Potentially, I think my year everybody was, I believe, American. I mean,
Really?
I'm not sure. I believe everybody was American.
Okay, I thought at one point they were coming in from
they
like
might have. I don't know the history of the outdoor drama. All of it. But
so anybody in like college outdoor drama, they know of Tecumseh.
yeah, they know of Tecumseh. Like,
okay, that's cool. I didn't know that.
And so you immediately get in the fight scenes.
Yeah. So
and then you said, didn't you get the big first scene?
Yeah. So the big first scene, my buddy who was the fight captain at the time, which like a fight captain is like an extra job that you can get, but basically their job is to like run all the fights before the show starts to make sure that everybody's like warmed up and safe and stuff. And then they help choreograph. So he helped choreograph everything. So him and I had the first downstage fight in the first scene where all the natives run on and they ambush the white guys. And he knocks me out, and then he drags me over. And he was playing Tenskwatawa that year. He drags me over, and then they torture me. And they do the whole like burning you with the sticks, and then
that was you
scalping you. Yeah, that was me.
They scalped you.
Yeah, they scalped me. It was cool. So they have essentially the prop. They have like a hidden like scalp prop that they just like put on my head, but they would take like
they don't give away all the secrets.
Yeah, they would take like a blood egg and they would like pop it on your head, and then it just like bleeds out, and like the egg, the like eggshell and mucus and stuff from it, it makes it look like it's like brain parts.
Yeah,
like brain parts and skull. It's cool.
I understand now why they all know about it. That is legit.
Oh my!
Has been. I remember going to that when I was 5 years old, and it scared me to death. I mean, it was like, what is? I mean,
it's real.
It's real. You feel like you're in the middle of a fight. You know.
Yeah, it's cool. And then
they come running down the aisle.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So I did. In all of the major fight scenes, I had all of the downstage front and center fights that year. So in the final fight where Tecumseh burns the guy's face off, I was that officer. Like
you got your face burned off.
Yeah, it was awesome, dude. It was cool.
You guys do that every day, don't you?
Yeah, we did that every night. Like as long as we didn't get rained out, we did that every night. We had Sundays off.
Boy, I bet when you guys got a rain out, the party was intense.
Dude. So rainouts were crazy. I remember like we were there. I think rehearsals had like just ended or they were getting close to ended, and we had like a tornado like warning or watch or whatever, and we were all. So when you're back behind the stage, the bathrooms and showers, like there's the girls and there's the boys, and this is the biggest like building that's back there, and like there's this little like walkway, and then there's the costume shop on the right side. So there's this like tunnel that leads between the two. And then upstage, like behind the costume shop, like up the hill is the stage. And I remember during this tornado watch, they woke us all up because the only like safe place is in between those two buildings. So we're all like, okay, bring the whiskey. We're all like pouring shots and having it. We called it the tornado party. We were all just chilling out, like playing card games and just doing whatever we could to pass the time because we couldn't go back to our beds and go back to sleep.
And most of the people there are college students.
Yeah, everybody there is college students.
Oh
like,
my!
Everybody there is. I think there's a couple people who are like local.
Yeah.
That do the show, and then there's like a couple people who
a lot
like,
of support
who like make who like they are well known within like the outdoor drama scene, and that's kind of like their gigs, like that's the things that they do, and like there's some older people that are there, but for the most part, the majority of the cast is just a bunch of college kids.
Oh man, that's unbelievable.
I knew they used to bring, from my horse experience, they would bring in a lot of them a month before the show started to go teach them how to work a horse.
Yeah. So, but that was before I think Tim and Laura Tecumseh owned all the horses. So like when Tim and Laura took over, which Tim and Laura Klein took over as like the trainers for Tecumseh.
They still doing that?
I believe so.
Okay, yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah.
They were in 2019.
Great people. Yeah, great people. Look them up on Facebook
awesome.
if you're in the horse business.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
So my fiance worked for Tim.
Okay.
And she ended up being basically Tim's voice on the ground that year. And Tim had her and another guy who worked for him named Casey, that they were kind of the horse people. So they taught all the actors how to ride. They did all that. And like Tecumseh usually is played by somebody who's been in the show, and then typically whoever is playing Tecumseh will play Tecumseh for a couple years. Yeah. So like the guy that was playing him that year, his name was Matt. He'd been in the show several years. He'd been Tecumseh at the time at least once.
Yeah.
I want to say he'd done it more than that.
Is that the only role? I mean, obviously that is the role, but like, is that the only role that you would say is like a, hey, you got to be here a little bit to get that one?
The other one would be Simon Kenton.
Oh yeah.
So at the time, a good buddy of mine, his name's Richard Neal. He's done the show several years at this point. At the point that I was there, and then honestly, he's done it a couple years after. I think he's done it every year after I've done it. But he played Simon Kenton that year. He's played Simon Kenton a couple times.
That'd be an important one, yeah.
But he, Simon Kenton and Tecumseh are kind of those roles that like the company kind of wants to know who you are before they give you those roles.
Yeah.
And then they obviously pay the best.
Yeah.
But Matt had done it several times. So Matt was also kind of helping teach how to ride, or at the least showboating.
Yeah.
But my fiance, they ended up putting her in the male native dress, and they had her swim the pond that year. They had her do a bunch of the horse stunt stuff. So that was pretty cool for her. She unfortunately ended up shattering her wrist like halfway through the summer. So that set her out a little bit.
I got to ask this question. Where in the world does all the money go? Because you guys are living in basically teepees back there. I mean, you really are. I mean,
not to me, bro.
Yeah. Like, I mean, because it's what, 35 a head to get in that place, and that place is packed.
I don't know, man.
I wouldn't say packed, but I mean, like,
as far as the finances to come to, I don't feel like I'm qualified to speak for that. But
no, I mean, is that like a charity thing? Does it go back to colleges? Like, where does that go?
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I know that like depending on like your role, depending on your role within the show, and then like your extra jobs. So like the actors and tech people, they could pick up extra jobs. So like I picked up doing the tours before the show, so I did all the tours that year. Some of my friends picked up like doing the pyrotechnics, so they would basically make all of the rounds that you would shoot in the muskets. They would make the rounds that got shot.
They
out
have
of the
people
cannons.
they're paying to park.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's not free to run. By
Is
any
that
means.
put on by the state? Like
I don't
Parks and
know. Like,
Recreation?
that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
No,
where,
I'm
is that
pretty sure it's
private?
put on by the Scioto Society.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just probably their key driver in
Yeah.
funds. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure. I mean, like, there was ways to make money, but like, we were college kids, so like,
Get a bunch of college kids don't pay them. It's a helpful idea.
yeah, that's why I was, well, like, I mean, like,
They didn't need much. I mean,
No.
I mean, like, I made enough to.
You did get paid though, didn't you?
Yeah, I got paid.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it
Yeah,
was
so-
a professional gig. Like, I got paid. I made enough to, like, put a little bit back, have money for
then,
gas.
then that's
I had money for gas.
it's a summer job. When
My
you're in
God,
college,
there's
I mean,
there's
money for-
60 of you.
I had money for gas, food, booze, and then a little bit to put back.
But I mean, they're paying every bit of. I mean, that payroll alone is probably 100 to 125 people by the time you
Yeah.
figure in everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I know what I was
Monster
making. I mean, I
payroll.
know what I was making per week, and I don't even want to. I can't even imagine what they were paying like Tecumseh.
Sure.
You know, like.
Yeah.
like,
so
are,
yeah,
are
that-
all,
that
are all
answers-
your
that-
meals and
that
everything
answers.
provided as well?
No. So we had to make our. So we were responsible for our meals, and there was one building that was the kitchen, and you had like a tub that was your kitchen stuff, and then you got a shelf in the fridge. Then there was like 2 or 3 fridges, and you got like a fridge and you got a shelf, and then there was like you got like a shelf of like pantry space, and like you were pretty much regulated to that. I mean, at that point, then you're just fighting over like oven space whenever you go try to eat. Like,
That's shoot, man. I didn't even, that answers all my question. That's exactly
That's
right.
awesome. Yeah.
I mean, that's just a big. I mean, man, that's been a staple of Southern Ohio.
You want to know? So you want to know one of the like funniest Tecumseh things, and honestly, when I did most of my eating, so there's a break from Act 1 to Act 2. Okay, there's this big break for the white guys. They called it White Man Break, and we would all go down the mountain and we'd like make a bowl of cereal, like eat a bowl of cereal, and then go back up and finish the show.
Because you were there by your food, wouldn't you? Yeah, just because you didn't have to make that extra trip.
So we would so like there's like a break from like I want to say it's like 1-7 or something to like 2-3 or something where like there's this big long break where none of the white guys show up on stage.
Yeah.
Like they're just not there. It's like from the time that they do the war dance at the end of Act 1 till like you see the white guys at the it's been a while since I've done the show, so I don't remember the script very well. But like it's like till almost the time that they do the prisoner the exchange of like gifts. You know, we called it the Parade of Chiefs. But from like that point in Act 1 till like that point in Act 2, you just don't see a white guy at all. We called it White Man Break, and we just did whatever we wanted. Like I walked back, like I said, I'd walk back downstage, I'd make a bowl of cereal, I'd eat a bowl of cereal, and then I'd check my phone, like in the dressing room. I'd just kind of wait, and then I'd hear like whatever the cue was, and I'd go, all right, time to go back up, and then I'd just walk back up the mountain.
Man, what an experience.
I mean, that's an irreplaceable time of your life, right there.
Yeah, it's great. It was crazy. It was wild.
I mean,
And then you go from that to you graduate,
Yeah,
get through COVID. We covered that. Then you wind up in Atlanta, and that's where the axe throwing starts.
that's where the axe throwing starts.
Okay. And now you've taken it from axe throwing to you're competing in how many different divisions?
So at that time, I was really just focusing on hatchet. It was really the only thing that I was throwing. And then 2023 rolled around, and I started throwing everything. And I qualified for my first Worlds. The qualifying year was 2023. I made what they call Pro League. And then at the end of the year, I qualified for my first Worlds, which happened in 2024. And that was the first year that I went to Worlds, and I went to Worlds for hatchet, knives, and duels.
Okay.
The only other one that I could have qualified for that year would have been Big Axe because they didn't have knife duels yet. So there was only 4.
Okay.
2024, they added on knife duels. That qualifying year, I qualified for hatchet. knife duels, hatchet duels. And I qualified for 3 out of the 5.
Okay.
This year and last year's qualifying year. So this year, I've qualified for all 5. So it's the first time that I'm going for all 5.
Okay. Now, is there money at stake in these in the
Yeah,
world?
it's like tournaments. So tournaments is where the money's made if you're going to make money.
Okay.
So how much you going for here?
So the prize pool is, I can tell you. Hold on. I look this up.
Is that a bucked up sweatshirt?
No, this is a Hit Your Mark sweatshirt. They actually sponsor me. So.
Okay.
So these guys do axe throwing apparel, and then they also a big push for them is social media.
Sweet sweatshirt.
Yeah, I love these dudes. But a big push for them is like they have a big social media presence where they put out content to help like newer throwers get better.
Okay.
Cool.
So like they're super awesome, super good dudes. Check them out. Hit Your Mark.
Yeah, we'll have to give that man a sweatshirt.
Well, it's the same shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can't get it to pull up. It's around like 20,000 plus for hatchet.
Hey.
For hatchet alone.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Haha. Prize pool.
Has anybody ever went and just won them all?
I don't know if anybody has ever swept worlds and everything. There's about it's up to $75,000 across all disciplines, all 5.
Okay.
There's about a handful-ish guys that are really good and they're really consistent at everything. And they talk about like if you throw everything, it'll make you better at each other thing.
Yeah.
So like the more you throw, the only the better it is for you. But those guys, they'll show up and they'll sweep tournaments. I mean, like they're known to do it. I went and did a tournament last weekend. And the only 2 games I lost were to those guys.
Okay. Where did you go last weekend?
I went to Augusta, Georgia. There's a tournament down there called Masters of Axes. I've done it. I did it in 22. I won it in 23, and then I didn't do it last year in 24, and then I did it again this year. But
So you're going down on a Friday, doing it on Saturday, come back Sunday? Or are these on Sunday? How's that work?
So that one worked. I went down just because it was Atlanta. I went down on Thursday, and I stopped through Atlanta because I used to work there. So I threw a marathon with my duels partner Thursday morning, just so that him and I could get a score for this season. And then him and I went and threw the tournament. That happened. So Friday, well, maybe it started. Yeah, it started on Friday. Oh, did it? I don't remember now. No, it was warm-ups. It was warm-ups, and the venue opened on Friday. They did a pop darts tournament, which if y'all hadn't thrown pop darts, it's fun.
What is that?
It's like the like little suction cup darts, and you stick a scorer like on the table, and then you like stand far away and you like throw them, and the goal is to just get them to suction cup onto the table. As close to it's almost like cornhole with like yeah. So they did a pop dart tournament on Friday, and then Saturday they did hatchet, and there's different levels to hatchet. There's an amateur division, and then there's a pro division. So they did amateur hatchet, they did pro hatchet, and then they did knives on Saturday. And then they did big axe and hatchet duels on Sunday. And that, like, those, how that's all scheduled out, it just depends on the tournament that you go to and, like, how big it is. And, like, there's different levels. Yeah.
They got
like how they pay out.
How many wooden things do they go through?
I mean, it just depends. It depends on the weekend. It depends on the weekend, how many people sign up. So, like, depending on, like,
that's what I always think. Like, man,
depending on how big the tournament is, I mean, the governing body of WADL or World Axe Throwing League will has a set, like, you got to pay out X amount of money or percentage of X amount of money of buy-ins. And if it's going to be this big, it's got to do X thing. So there's levels to it, and then guidelines that venues have to follow to host tournaments.
I mean, when you get to the pro level, I would imagine when you go to these, like you go to Worlds, you see a lot of familiar faces there, right?
Oh yeah, for
like
sure.
it can't be a huge group that's that good at it.
It's a pretty niche.
Yeah.
You said 64.
Niche sport. Oh, well, so at the time that's what that tournament was named. So as far as what they call pro league, it's 128 people on the leaderboard. It's within the pro, what they call the pro division. It's 128 of the best throwers in that season. There's 4 seasons every year. So to earn what we call bids for a hatchet, you have to make it. At this point, you have to make pro league twice in 1 year to earn your bid for Worlds. Okay. At the time that I did it in 23, it was the top 20 throwers within pro league. So it was, you had to.
So they've expanded it a little bit.
Yeah. So you had to like be in pro league, and then you had to be in the top 20, and then you earned your spot.
Wow.
And that trickled down every season. So it was, based on how it was worded, it was harder in 23. Now it's a little bit easier-ish, because like now, like last year, like I could make it in season 1 and season 2, and then I just don't throw again, and then like whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't need to, you know?
Yeah.
Very cool stuff, man.
That is, man. I tell you, when is the Worlds?
So Worlds is April the 16th through the whatever that weekend is. 16th through the. Oh no, that's not. Yeah, 16th through the 19th. So it's Thursday to Sunday.
Man, we'll have to have you come back after.
Yeah, I want to hear. I want to hear how it goes.
How can we follow you, man? How can people find you online and root for you at the Worlds?
So you can follow me on Facebook at Colton Askew. You can follow me on Instagram at robot_axis.
Robot_axis.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm also I'm looking for sponsorships for Worlds. If anybody is interested, reach out to me about that. I have spots. I have a jersey that I order, and I have spots on my jersey. I wear that jersey all the next qualifying year.
What's the what's the cost on that?
It just depends. Like if you just reach out to me, we can work something out. You know, I'm open to anything.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Hey, you gonna come back after Worlds?
Yeah, I'll come back.
Pleasure, man. Good luck.
Good luck to you, man.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
See you.
See you guys.
See ya.